You're listening to Tuff City Radio, 99.5 CIMM in Ucluelet and 90.1 CHMZ in Tofino, West Coast Radio. Ooh, I just did it just in time. Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And as I believe, as promised, we've got some special guests in the studio. As always, we like to know what's brewing in the biosphere. Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Cam.
Hello, Jason.
Good morning.
And we have another friend here too, but we'll introduce in a sec. Cass Hale is here, but we're going to start off with Jason and Sam. This is exciting to me because I really appreciate what happens with the grants and how it goes. And I believe that process has gone to the point where people now have been receiving them, right?
Yeah. It's an exciting time and another big year for the Biosphere Trust. It is grant giving out time.
Yeah,
so
like harvest time kind of.
Pardon?
Like a harvest, like
yes.
the work's been done. Now it's the harvesting of the benefits.
Oh no, the work is just about to start for our grantees.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah, but for you, the work's done because you got to give it out. What a fun thing to be able to do, to give it.
Yeah,
and to have it to give and keep that process going, right? Let's start off with the arts and cultural and youth and education grants. How much are they? How many are there?
Oh, how many are there this year? It's a big year for us. So for the youth and education, we have 11 grantee projects this year, and arts and culture, we have 12.
And is that because that's how many people applied? Or did more people apply than receive the grants?
More people applied than received the grants, where I was oversubscribed, we call it. So more asks than what we have funding for. So
that's got to be kind of tough, right? Because I bet there probably aren't that many grants that aren't worthy.
Yeah.
But you do have to, in the end, you only have a certain amount of money.
Yeah, and I'm lucky enough not to have to say no. We have advisory committees that actually make the decisions.
Okay.
So we can get into that later.
Okay. So how many, what do you want to talk about? Like how much are the grants? Are they all the same?
All of our community-based grants are up to $6,000.
Okay.
Yeah. And then with some of the projects, do you want to talk about the projects?
Yeah, please.
I got a couple projects I'd really love to highlight.
Yeah.
First is the USS Collaborative Youth Literacy Initiative. That's a new one from Mr. Anderson, who's the head of the English department and then the teacher librarian.
Yep.
He really wanted to get youth reading, so he's completely renovating the library to have more youth-focused books. So age-appropriate, something that youth are going to be interested in. So he's formed a committee of youth from every grade to start selecting books to have on the shelves. And then they're going to do a big project starting next year where they're going to invite classes down to the library just to read. No assignment attached to it.
Love it.
Yeah, love it too. He's made it so it's so youth focused.
That's exciting to me. I would like to go read a book. I realize this is probably like more of an independent reading thing, but it'd also be fun to have people come and read, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because when I read, I like to wave my arms. I volunteer. Anyway, I think there's also some money coming from, I know Calvin Milkinen for the 10,000 memberships at Co-op raised some money that a bunch of people got involved in too. So there's a bit of money there.
Yeah. So the awesome thing is Mr. Anderson, he really took this on and used the grant money that he got from CBT to leverage other money. So I believe he's almost tripled the money that we're giving him.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Amazing project.
I don't know about where it lands in your life, but sometimes for me, school was kind of hard, but reading was the thing that help carry me through everything. And it's just absolutely such an important skill. And
yeah. So the cool thing is there's no assignment attached to this project.
Also, I like
just
that.
Encouraging youth to pick a book, sit there and read. And he's leveraging other things such as Ucluelet Co-op I believe is going to supply food so they can come down, have food and drink in the library and just read.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing to do. That's an exciting one. What else?
Yeah. So, our arts and culture, we've funded the Salvage Art Project from PROS, so Pacific Rim Art Society. They ran it last year for the first time, and it was a huge success. They created works of art, community-based from salvaged marine debris. And then they had a big community event. It was a huge success, so they've chosen to fund it again this year.
I think that's great. Where do we get to see the results of that? Aren't there some of them already Or is this just the beginning? I think there are a few,
2024,
right?
they're around the community. You can see them with a little write-up. I believe we have a bentwood box in ours.
We do have a bentwood box by Yelmer. So pop by the CBT office and check it out. Yeah, so come by the CBT office to check that out.
That's good. Who did it?
Yelmer.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's a bentwood box with a plastic marine debris lid.
Oh, that's kind of an ironic contrast.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what we used to store stuff in, right?
Yeah.
Was our bentwood boxes. Now we stored in plastic.
Yeah, I like it. He's such a good artist. I do the sandcastle contest every year. In the first year, he won it. And I was down on the beach and I was like, because I wanted to win, I officially don't put myself in. And as soon as I looked up, I saw Yelmer kind of sauntering down the beach. I was like, I just lost. Just by the nature of seeing him coming, all that art with legs. Okay, what else? That's a very exciting one too. And there are many, as you said, we maybe don't want to talk about every one of them because we have other stuff to talk about. But what's another?
Oh, another one. We've chosen to fund the Coastal Queer Alliance again to run their Queer Youth Connection. So we funded them last year and they ran it, I believe, weekly at the high school. Yeah. So huge success and we're funding it again fully.
Okay. And I know that we're going to get to some other ones in a little bit, but just for the sake of kind of getting everyone involved. Brooke, I want to talk about the community development and vital grants with you.
Yeah, they're really fun. I love being part of these grant programs. So the Vital grants are the biggest grants that the CBT gives out. Right. So these can be up to $20,000. And it's actually a grant that you could get for 2 years, which is super neat. And what I want to highlight this year, which was really exciting, is the committee really plays a big role in this. And there were so many great applications this year. This was a really tough one. And there was quite a few no's. We actually started, I think, with 11 applications. And, we were able to fund 3 in the end. Right. And 4, one with additional funding, which is here today to talk later. And so West Coast Community Resources Society was successful in receiving $20,000 to do critical incident stress management training in a house it. So that's super exciting. And this is the 3rd round of training in that program. And it's so vital for our communities. And go ahead, Kenny.
Well, when you say 2 years, do you mean they get allotments like 10,000 and 10,000, or they get 20,000 then 20,000 by receiving the one grant?
Well, it's funny you should ask that. So traditionally it is $20,000 per year. Yeah. But the committee was exceptionally creative this year, and because we had so many great asks, WCRS got 20,000, and then Wild Safe BC, as well as Coastal Queers, are receiving 10,000 a year for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a very resourceful way of supporting local projects.
Is that in addition to or separate from the 100 Women That Care
Totally
award?
Separate. Yeah, the 100 Women Who Care award that was voted that evening for WCRS is for the transition house.
Right. I think obviously all worthy causes, and it's lovely that there is funding to keep them going as stuff, Yeah. I think it's really amazing, actually.
Yeah, it's all
way to go.
It's all worthy causes. And then do I get to give a little plug for the community development grants too?
You can basically do whatever you want.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Almost, but like 95%.
95%.
Go nuts.
All right. So yeah, the community development grants, I'm really honored to be a part of this one. And we received 11 applications, and we were able to fund 8 of those applications for a total funding in community development of $36,000. And I love it, Cam. You're always like, well, what are the projects and who's doing what? So I wanted to be like a little bit prepared today and just highlight a few. So one coming up in the fall is the Hang 21 surf event for youth with Down syndrome. So that's a really fun one.
Wow.
Yeah, that one's great. We're also able to support Tofino Surf Lifesaving Club. So that's a brand new society in the area, and they're really trying to make our beaches and our oceans and shoreline safer.
Who's manning that ship? Who's in charge of that?
The Lunty the Great. I say Laura Lunty is womaning that ship.
I would love Laura Lunty for you to come in here and talk to me and help us know how to support you.
Yeah, it seems really neat. I'm actually following them on Facebook, and Tia Travis is one of the volunteers, and you can see she's kind of documenting, and it's kind of not only is it creating safety, but it's creating community, which is what's super neat about the project.
Absolutely, and it's such a needed resource on our coast, especially when there's 1 million people on the beaches.
Yeah, and hopefully this is a catalyst to more.
Yeah.
This is just a start, and I know they're hoping for it to grow. Some other great projects is Clayoquot is building a sweat lodge in a Pitsit. We were able to support the lunch program at Wick Elementary, and something really new this year and something that is so needed is there's going to be an after-school inclusion support worker for after-school programs at Wick Elementary.
Oh, that's really important.
Long
as well.
overdue,
Yeah.
and
They're really overworked. I don't know if that's the right word, but under capacity, overworked, and they need it desperately.
And there's a lack of opportunity for youth to attend programs if they have a learning difference or a disability. So this should be really great.
Those are all CBT allocated, right? All those grants?
Yes.
And what about the research and environment grants? Did we discuss that?
Yeah, so Colin is the lead on the research and environment grants, and they were wildly successful this year. I think he supported over 10 projects, and they were also able to leverage additional funding from Tofino Resort and Marina, which thank you, TRM, to support even more projects in the region.
Okay. We've highlighted a bunch of those projects. And what about the new Chalmers language grants?
Oh, yeah.
Because to me, that's also
I know that's one of your favorites. So I'm glad we're here today. So the New Chalmers language grants, this is our third year of operating. We awarded 3 this year. And it's like a super amazing committee of New Chalmers knowledge holders and language keepers. And we still have 2 grants to give. So what the committee has opted is to be open and to be responsive. So if you're a member of a New Chalmers community, it's kind of like we call it a second stage learning journey. So it's not for beginners. It's for kind of your next stage. So some of the projects that were supported this year were Chuchka, Layla Rorick from Heshquit is an amazing mentor as well as a language learner. And they're celebrating a group of language learners from UVic graduating. And then Gail Johnson is a Tokwat member, and she has done so much for language in that community, and they're building like language blocks to help in like a fun way. And then Beverly Martin, which she doesn't know yet, but has been awarded money, and they are going to work with some members of Ucluthat, and they're going to learn the correct and proper protocols for harvesting cedar, and they're mixing in language in that project all throughout the year.
I just think it's great.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And it is one of my, because I know from other communities, particularly my story, I always go back to the Hawaiian language and how local radio really helped kind of in the revival. So we're very excited to help any of these projects. And in fact, I just wrote something down because I got a little idea.
Yay!
So that's kind of fun. Anything else we want to cover? NSG?
Neighborhood small grants, again, wildly successful. I would say these involve every one of you in all communities on the coast. So stay tuned. Some fun ones that you could look for coming up is there's going to be a seed bomb block party in Ucluelet. In Tofino, there's going to be a tidal vintage market. And a big one that I want to highlight on Friday for the high school students, there's going to be West Coast Chella. So those are just a few. There was 19 funded this year.
West Coast what?
West Coast Chella. Yeah, it's an event at the high school on Friday the 13th. Okay. And Jason will be there holding down the fort for the CBT. And it's a really fun event. I can tell you my 15-year-old who doesn't get excited about much at school is super pumped on this day. He says there's going to be bouncy castles and hot dogs and disc golf.
So please forgive me. I think you're saying Chella.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
There's music.
Is it just the name of it because that's the name of the event, or does it mean something?
No, it's just called West Coast Chella.
Oh, like Coachella.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting it.
Oh.
I'm not
Good
that.
thing you asked, because other people might not have been getting it.
Well, no,
either.
I was like, is it about cellos?
No.
What's going on? But
The
now I
grade
get it.
9 band does perform, so
Okay.
there's a little bit of music.
I heard the talent show was awesome in Ucluelet. I wasn't able to go, but let's go back to you, Jason, if that's all right. Tell us more about the West Coast Sustainable Tourism Association's contributions to grants this year.
That's
a
one word,
big deal.
huge.
Yeah.
And enabling. So this is our second year working with them. And it was actually Michelle Hall who formed this relationship with them and created this partnership to access all this extra funding. So they are all focused on youth-focused initiatives for 12 projects for a total of $79,300 across the board.
That's big.
And the great thing about this is that this extra money allows us to say yes to so many more projects where before we'd have to say no.
Now, I'm not putting pressure on that organization. And do you know, will that be a yearly contribution or is that a one-time thing?
It's the second year and it's successful. So I'm hoping it's a third year and a fourth year and to the future. I'm hoping.
Well, I do know that group of individuals has the best interests of the community in mind. So
yeah, it's great.
And that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. It is leveraging, it almost doubles our community, our community-based grants.
I know we're going to get to our next guest, our surprise super guest here in a minute, but Brooke, I want to ask you, can you share a little bit more about how much was funded for each stream and the total the Clayoquot Biosphere Trust has allocated?
Yeah, well, I'm going to toss that over to Jason because he has the piece of paper in front of him.
All right. Our total funding this year is just shy of $270,000.
Wow.
And just looking back to last year, we were at $190,000 last year. So we're leveraging more, we're supporting more projects. So that's 42 different projects that we're funding.
Wow. How long have you been with the organization, Jason?
This is my fourth granting season.
And how about you, Brooke?
I have been with the organization since 2012.
So could you speak to a bit about how much growth you've seen? Because these numbers are so much larger than what we used to talk about. And the amount of recipients has increased greatly. That's got to be a good feeling from your perspective.
Yeah, it's a really good feeling. We go back here to 2020 and we granted around 130,000. So yeah, more than double. It's been so great working with partners. And I would say the partners are the key to this. You know, it started years ago back. I remember Jamie's Whaling Station reached out and they said they wanted to offer support and they supported a youth to go to Students on Ice. Yeah. And then they heard about some of the cool salmon projects and then they supported that. And then we partnered with TRM. And now I really can't thank West Coast Sustainable Tourism Association enough because the impact that we're having in the region. And from what I've learned over the years, all focus needs to be on youth. Everything is important, but if we don't, it's the youth that matters. And sometimes we won't see the changes or the impacts for 50 years.
Right.
But I'm so proud to be part of putting in the work now and having these great partners seeing the future in the youth.
Planting seeds of success and great change, right? I won't. I was going to tell a story about Benjamin Franklin, but I won't. But I'll tell it later. And now let's talk about, speaking of youth, Cass Hale. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Let's introduce people to the hat you're wearing, the role.
Okay. I am the program coordinator for Muthla Rising Tide, the Indigenous surf team. And I have been with them for just over a year now. And we are super pumped for our grant from CBT this year. We got a vital grant for $20,000.
Wow.
And the grant that we wrote is actually youth-based. We do strategic planning with our youth a couple times a year.
Yes.
So we are asking them what they want to be doing in the water and where they want to explore and how they want to spend their time with our group. And they've been asking for snorkeling for over a year. And we put it into this grant and we're super excited.
So what does that look like? Like how... offering snorkeling classes, you hire an instructor, you buy some gear. Tell me about it.
We have Chris Adair from Bottom Dwellers. He is a very well-known snorkeler all through Vancouver Island, and he's worked with the Warriors as well. So he has youth-based programming behind him, and he'll be coming with us for a week. We kind of break off into smaller groups, and then he has another instructor with him. We also have two of our older youth who have done the snorkeling with him that are going to come in and just be encouraging with our younger youth as well too. And sharing their knowledge with our youth as well, too, that way. And
will you supply gear or maybe do a bursary so people, if they want to buy it, it'll just be a little less expensive for them? How does that work?
It works. It is free for our youth to attend this, and we will be supplying gear and the instruction for them, meals for them, transportation for them, and they just get to show up and have fun.
If people don't know about the organization overall, I should have asked this first, but let's talk a bit about what it is, if people don't even know what that is.
It is. Muthla started being asked from the youth what they wanted. They asked for a surfing program, and started the surfing program. They started with a handful of youth, 4 or 5 youth, We now have 19 youth as of this season. And they've been going since they started in 2019. Yeah.
And where are most of the youth from?
Most of them are from Clayoquot, but you get in there and you have kids that have a house-it roots. We have some that have to shot roots. You get a lot of different roots.
Right.
Yeah. And
who's teaching? Who's
our instructors?
Yeah.
We have some instructors that started to be supported was from Swell.
Mm-hmm.
And we have some instructors that have been around since we have started.
Mm-hmm. Emery Broust, among others.
Among others, yes. We have Bridget that works with him as well, too. She's been around for a long time. We have Allie. Who else do we have there? We have Avery. She comes back every summer. We also have our board members that are usually avid surfers as well, too.
Right.
And so they come out and surf with our youth and support the program as well, too, that way.
So this has to be a wonderful feeling to be able to facilitate this, right?
Yes.
Did you write the grant?
It was 3 of us that wrote the grant together.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
I see you're wearing a shirt too.
Yes.
I really like the logo.
Thank you. You can get them at Tourism Tofino.
Tourism Tofino.
I'll just make that little pump.
Yeah. And so when does this begin? And how can people, if they're hearing, how can they get involved? If they're at Clayoquot or Cesat Youth, a House-it, a Pits-it?
Yeah, we are getting started in August for this one.
Okay.
Yeah, mid-August we will be starting.
Where would people go to get more information and start to prepare?
You can we're under Rising Tide on Instagram.
Yeah.
And also risingtide.com. We have our website as well too. And there's ways to connect with us on both those outlets.
Well, congratulations on receiving it.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to hear more about it. So hopefully you'll come back once it's underway and maybe bring an upcoming snorkeler / surfer with you.
We can do that.
So we can talk to them about their actual experience of it and the benefits of having received the grant, right?
Yeah.
And because I see it in my own kids all the time, and I see your son rapping and doing all these things, and the confidence that we as a community are enabling our young people to have, you could just see it, And yesterday was sports day at the school, and just watching the teachers uplift these kids and the cheering and the camaraderie. It's just wonderful. So I'm really happy that you got the grant. That's great. And please come back. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Jason, do we want to say anything else about that?
Oh, I think it's a great project. I've been on the beach with the Rising Tide. I believe they had a female surfer from Hawaii come and teach the kids. But then also she brought, I believe, a traditional piece of wood to carve a traditional Hawaiian surfboard out of. And it was just a super cool day on the beach. And I was there as the CBT, and I was actually shoveling gravel and cutting down thorny bushes to create them a path where they can just access the beach straight from their gear spot. So it was great. The kids were just digging into the dirt and creating the space. It was awesome.
I think it's a great metaphor because, as elders, that's what we should do. Cut away all the thorny bushes and shovel the rocks so the kids can have a path.
That's right.
Couldn't be much better. Brooke, what would we like to say to wrap this up?
Yeah.
I don't want to miss anything.
No, I think this was great, Cameron, and thank you so much. It's a really great time of year to be handing out all this money, and we feel so honored and really thankful for everyone doing the work.
Yeah.
Just a big thank you, and looking forward to seeing how these projects go.
I think it's going to be great, and I hope you'll come back and let us know and bring the recipients if you'd like, or whatever that looks like, just to keep the excitement going. Now, there aren't any more grants, or are there 2 still for the language that are available? 2
still for the language, and then just start keeping your ideas flowing for Neighborhood Small Grants. Opens again in the fall.
Okay. Any other grants opening? Does everything open up again in the fall, or is that it for now, other than the 2?
That's it for this year. That's it for this year officially. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll have youth-led grants opening as well. So I have a youth advisory committee for mentoring how the CBT operates, how we make community-based decisions on the funding. I mentor the youth, and then they make the decisions on who gets the funding. So that will launch again in the new school year.
And what sort of for example, when they make a decision about something, what opportunities will they be presented with? Like they'll decide who of a certain stream of the grants who gets it.
Yeah, they get super excited. They're smaller grants. Youth driven is the preferable. Youth classes will apply, but they get excited just to give out $10,000. These youth are just like, this is awesome. But then we mentor them up. So once they've gone through the process of making tough decisions, because it's not easy to make these decisions, there's always no's. So they get mentored in the process, and then we invite them to sit on our committees.
I love it.
Yeah, I think it was last year that we had youth on our bigger committees, and some of them were deciding on over $100,000 worth of funds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pressure.
Yeah, we had some committees last year that were about 40% youth.
Okay. But even imagine that. Then when they see the results of what they've done, that creates a philanthropic heart. Boy, I got to get that one together.
None of us wanted to try.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
leave that
it's
one
okay.
to you.
I had to work it out myself in front of everybody, as I do. Brooke, Jason, Cass, thank you for coming in. I really appreciate all you do, and I look forward to hearing about more of the success stories coming down the pipe. In the meantime and in between time, that's what's brewing in the biosphere. Stay tuned.